All right, so continuing on with the wheel of well-being. We just finished up with connectivity, and the next thing on the list is sufficiency. In order to feel like I have enough of what I need and that I'm good enough in order to get things done that I need to do, I need to have, in my circumstances, availability of resources and access to those resources, right? That means, for example, that if you want to know if this situation is going to be one that where I can feel well, I need to have housing. I need to have enough clothes that are clean. I need to have enough food that's nutritious, right? And I need to have enough skills and knowledge so that I can be efficient and effective when I act in ways that are intended to help me achieve goals, right? So that's sufficiency and looking for availability of resources and access to those resources. Next on the list is empowerment. Empowerment is extremely important. It's kind of like the whole basis of this program is helping people to have more power, right? By supporting them so that they can get the skills and knowledge they need and the validation and encouragement, not to mention the map to success, a guide, me and other coaches to show them the way to get there and the tools they'll need in order to build this kind of life success system. And those tools are the virtue pairs and the impact management skills. And so empowerment means that I can take my free will and I can have influence on my environment, on my life. And in order to know that that's the kind of, in order to have that kind of experience, I need to be able to see in my circumstances that people have freedom of movement, right? They have freedom to act and to go get things done. Within, of course, reason, right? Everybody has a certain territory that they kind of stick to. And it's obviously not okay to go outside of, the place that you have a legitimate claim to. You can't tread on other people's turf, in other words, whether that's physical or psychological or emotional, right? So use your power with, respecting boundaries, but pay attention that people have permission to be empowered. And so often people get stuck at this because they keep waiting for somebody else to give them permission. And the sad thing is that there's two issues here. Number one, people who don't want to see you well will never give you permission to excel at life. And people who do want to see you well are probably not thinking that you have this problem of waiting for permission. They're too busy creating and protecting their own life success, right? So I can go ahead and use this opportunity as I've done in other videos to say you have permission to use your creative power in intentionally constructive ways. You were born with that permission. It's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person or sacrilegious or anything like that. And when you use it in intentionally constructive ways, you'll be more likely to be influential and effective in life. So next on the list is transparency. If you want to feel like you're well, you have well-being, it's important to be able to express yourself honestly, right? We've talked about that. And the way to do that is by looking in your environment for authenticity. You want to see that people value and embrace the authentic representation of oneself, the authentic presentation of oneself. I can go wherever I am and be myself fully and completely, right? Within reason, of course, have to be respectful of other people. And I need to be able to be myself both at home and at work and in public. If I have to go to work and put a mask on and pretend that I'm something I'm not, and that I believe things that I actually don't believe, even worse, if I have to actually engage in activities that are the complete opposite of who I am on the inside, well, then it's pretty obvious, right, that I'm going to feel resentful towards myself for betraying myself constantly. And guess what? Then I'm going to be faced with that choice of, do I confront this problem? Do I resolve it? Do I change my life? Or do I go to the bottle? Do I go smoke a joint? Do I engage in a distraction of religiosity, right? Do I go and find other kinds of diverse, what's the word I'm looking for? Do I go and try to find other kinds of diversions to take my attention away from this pain that is being caused within me by my inauthenticity? So that's that, and we've got a few more to go on the wheel of well-being. I'll be right back and we'll talk about those.